Hello, everybody, and welcome to another continuous education video on how futsal can be and should be the primary development tool in your soccer development. In this video, we're going to address how creating space and learning how to create space in a small area like futsal, and small environment like futsal, can and will massively develop your outdoor soccer game. So one of the things that outdoor coaches are always trying to preach and teach in their players is movement without the ball. Players moving without the ball, not watching the ball. As you hear a lot of coaches say, stop ball watching, which is very natural. When the player has the ball, the surrounding players are waiting to see what that player is going to do, and they're just standing still until that player who has the ball passes the ball to somebody, one of his or her teammates, and then that player will play with the ball. So something that's extremely urgent and should be taught from the younger ages is moving without the ball. So this video is going to be a combination of a bunch of different videos. So first of all, I want to go and address a great saying that Miguel Borbolini, one of the futsal coaches here in New Jersey that works with us, posted. And basically, this is a great, fantastic quote. We don't have a center forward because our center forward is space. That's been said by Pep Guardiola, who is currently Man City's head coach. Is a youth product development from Barcelona, played on the senior team for Barcelona, and then came back to coach Barcelona. So Pep is an environment of a futsal culture from Barcelona, of a possession school of thought, but with roots in the futsal game. A great saying which basically addresses how the details would determine the result of high-level games. A small tactical detail in Premier League match, the futsal transformed into the soccer environment, is a great concept. And that's what Miguel is showing in this quick little video, which I thought it was a fantastic video. And I took it upon myself to elaborate a little bit more and show you how futsal can massively increase the development of players learning how to play without the ball. So first we're going to, address the fact that in typical soccer, especially at the youth level, from non-paid coaches, one of the biggest things that you hear volunteer coaches say is stay in your positions when they're little. Stay in your positions. Stay in your positions. And that kind of stifles the creativity of a little exciting player to run all over the field, because again, they're trying to teach them how to stay in their positions. Well, guess what? When it comes to futsal, although there are position names, so your defensive back is called your fixo, your midfielders, right and left, are called alas, and your striker, your target player, is called pivot. And in futsal, you have 4 field players and a goalkeeper. And usually, as I say, these are the positions. Futsal promotes and encourages that the positions are always rotating. The positions are always changing. You should never be in a position where you're sitting there waiting for a pass from your teammate, because the game changes constantly. So players need to learn how to move without the ball, to receive the ball, and the player who has the ball needs to learn how to find seams or pockets or areas of space to penetrate and be able to pass the ball and make those decisions. So futsal is so important and constantly moving, rotating positions, moving the ball, and creating constant change, creating an environment where it's constantly changing. Furthermore, because futsal is being played in a much smaller area than soccer, okay, all these things have to happen at a higher tempo, at a higher pace. You snooze, you lose. Very, very true in futsal. You do not have the luxury of time in futsal. It's a much faster game. So let's watch a little bit of this video. And now watch what happens. In this particular video, it seems that the yellow team has recovered the ball. So you got 3 players across. You got 3 players on the red team. By the way, this game is Brazil, yellow, and Spain in red. So you got 3 players tracking back, and you got this player here, which probably was the pivot at the time, tracking back to help out defense. So let's see what happens. Player has the ball, passes across. Look what happens now. Okay, the player behind, again, pivot, target, wing, or ala. This player now is going to overflow, is going to run over. Positions, as this video says, are not fixed. Player moves over, passes the ball. Now what happens now? You got pivot, left wing switching positions in this play. So the ball gets played. The pivot is going to switch positions. Watch. Keep going. The ball gets passed. The ala moves forward. Look how they're always interchanging positions. The pivot now passes the ball to ala, and so on and so forth. Same thing. Fixo passes the ball to ala. Okay, and again, you like to speak with terminology of futsal. Ala passes the ball back to Fixo. The other ala, number 4, crosses across. As soon as the Fixo passes the ball, he cuts through. The other ala drops back to receive the ball. The target player, pivot, comes back to receive the ball. Doesn't see anything. Look at this now. The ball gets played to ala, and automatically this player who's in the back is penetrating through, so the Fixo now becomes ala. Okay? Again, new Fixo, new ala. Fixo back again. Pivot comes back here, number 6, and becomes ala. All of a sudden, from ala position, now he becomes Fixo. From Fixo, he passes the ball. Ala drops back. New Fixo, new ala. And look how they're constantly moving the ball. They're actually trying to move the ball and trying to find space. They're moving the ball to trying to entice the defending team, the 4 players who, by the way, are doing a fantastic job of being, in their shape and not being drafted, not being dragged. Okay? So both teams are doing a really good good job. Obviously, it's professional futsal. The white team is Japan. Brazil is in yellow. They're rotating the ball. Oops, they lost the ball. Okay, same thing again. Now Brazil gets the ball. They're moving. Fixo becomes ala. Ala becomes Fixo. Ala becomes Fixo again. Fixo passes the ball. Ala drops back. Now he becomes Fixo. Ala comes back, becomes Fixo in the middle, passes the ball to Ala. Ala back to Fixo. Fixo goes to pivot. Fixo becomes up and takes the pivot position. Pivot drops, becomes ala. Automatically goes up again, tries to become a pivot again. So they're constantly rotating. They're being patient. They're being patient in moving the ball and trying to create opportunity, trying to find the space. But at the same time, the defending team is doing a great job in maintaining their shape and not allowing the attacking team to find space. If the space is created, they try to be a momentarily space and kind of try to shut them down quickly. So as you can see by this video, the constant rotation of the ball is looking to create opportunities. The players are being naturally taught to constantly move off the ball. You pass, you move, you move, you pass, you pass, you move. Move off the ball. If you don't get the ball, find another spot. You don't just move to a spot and stand there because you didn't get the ball passed back to you. You don't get the ball, you find another spot. You don't get the ball again, you find another spot again, and so on and so forth, and so on and so forth, and so on and so forth. So as you can see, it's happening very, very fast, very, very quickly, moving the ball all around. Here's how I found this video. Mitchell JR presented this, and basically it's how to create spaces in soccer, in football. Okay, and he explains, basically, to create space in football, you need to improve your off-the-ball movement very quickly. You can create spaces by two ways, either by yourself or by getting help from your teammates, depending on a 1-2. He puts on a little presentation here. As you guys can see now in an open soccer game, they're moving the ball and pockets of space is being created. You need to keep on moving around, as your teammates may not be always free when you do have the space. So now let's apply the game. Look, space. Doesn't get the ball, moves again, creates more space. Okay? Sometimes by moving to a space, you create an opportunity for your teammates to run through. Okay, this works for all positions. So he goes on to show you more examples. Okay, look at at number 19, which is Salah, by the way, from Liverpool. He's waiting here. He's keeping his spot. The ball is being played over here. The focus is on the ball here. The defender is looking at this player who passed the ball. Look at Salah. He's left behind by himself. Okay, there's a space being created here that nobody realizes. Through ball, cross, look all the space around Salah. Okay, watch what's going to happen. Ball is going to get played through because Salah is staying at wide position. Great shot, almost a goal. Okay, so same thing now. If we're going to go back to Miguel's video, you're going to see he's doing a presentation on a 3-1 line. So, kind of fast forward this a little bit. So this is Man City. Now watch what happens here. I'm going to pause it, right? So there's 1, 2, 3 players here. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't forget, outdoor soccer, 11v11, is nothing more than a continuous flow of small-sided games, of small-sided battles. 4v3 in this scenario. 2v2, 2v1, 3v1, 3v2, 1v1. It's constantly little small-sided games within the big environment of outdoor soccer, which is played by 11 players. So we got 3 players here. Now, what's going to happen? You see 1, 2, 3 blues. 4 players are moving to close them down. Watch what's going to happen. Miguel is showing you. 1 player is going to run over. Okay, by this player making the overrun, this player was here. He made the overrun here. Okay, let's go back again. Slowly, if I can do this. Okay, let's see. Miguel's going to show you again with these arrows. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't go far back enough. All right, so here are the 3 players. This player will make an overrun. He makes an overrun trying to get this defensive player to bite. Once this player bites, and this white player right here might track him, foul through, creates the space here for this blue player to come back and receive the ball. Watch. Bang. Okay, did you see how 2 players kind of bit? 1 player made the run, and the space was created for this blue guy to receive the ball. Let's see what happens. A continuation. Ball gets drifted. Space. Ball gets played over. Before you know it, boom, shot. Okay, so once again, it's extremely important that players understand the benefit. Players understand the benefit of making the run. Okay, so you're making the run not only to receive the ball, but you're also making the run to create the space. Because if you make that run off the ball, that means that you might have a defensive player that comes with you and creates that space for the player who has the ball. So the runs are not always being made just to only receive the ball. The runs are also being made to draw defensive players out of their shape. Okay, on the same side, on the same page, when you are training your defensive unit, when you train those, don't forget now, 11 players attack, 11 players defend. So when the same players now are defending, you try to teach them how to stay organized. Stay organized, keep your shape, okay? Keep your shape. Don't run all over the place. Keep in shape, stay organized. So what you're going to see now here is a training session that I have posted on YouTube with one of the academies that I work with. And basically, this particular exercise addresses 2 things. Number 1 is moving the ball and moving without the ball. Okay, and number 2 is the defensive unit staying compact, keeping their shape. Do not run all over the place. So we're trying to orchestrate this now and kind of make it become a second nature. You pass the ball, you move. You pass the ball, you move. You become a fixo and ala. And ala becomes a target pivot. Pivot goes back. Rotate, rotate, rotate. All the positions are interchanging, creating the space, trying to find the weakness, trying to find the space, trying to find the seam by making runs, by moving the ball. At the same time, the 4 players defending are being disciplined to stay in the middle, keep their shape, and not allow the attacking players to find that space so they can penetrate. So look what happens. Here we go. Okay, ball gets played to ala. Ala plays back to Fixo. Fixo passes to the other ala. Fixo now goes straight to the middle, becomes pivot. Ball to ala, back to Fixo. Fixo goes to the other ala, goes right in the middle. Ala to Fixo, Fixo to ala. Ala back to Fixo, Fixo to ala. Fixo penetrates, becomes pivot. And the rotation is being repeated. But if you notice in the middle, the 4 players in the middle holding the orange pennies are becoming shape-wise. In other words, they are staying, shuffling from side to side, waiting until either the attacking players make a bad pass. But in this particular activity, we have instructed them to basically become low-impact defensive. In other words, move over, shift, but do not try to take the ball away because we're trying to work on the rotations. So this is a great example of how futsal in a small area, okay, how futsal in a small area can develop your awareness on how to run without the ball, how to move with the ball. Don't forget now, futsal is being played in a restricted area. Even if you're playing in a regulation futsal environment, which is a little bit larger than a basketball court, you're still playing a game that's a lot faster in a smaller space than outdoor soccer. So that means that your movements have to become faster. You have to become a player who subconsciously sees those runs, pass, move, pass, move, pass, move, and they have to happen quickly. They cannot be happening slow because guess what? The other teams will shut you down because you don't have the luxury of space and you don't have the luxury of time. So when you become proficient in running this activities and being able to pass and move without the ball, okay, when you go to the outdoor environments, now you have more time. The surface is slower because you're playing either on turf or on grass, which is slower than a hardwood floor. And you have more space. So more space, more time to do your runs off the ball. I hope this makes sense in developing and trying to show you guys how futsal can just have a massive impact on your outdoor soccer skills. We're going to continue making these videos. Please subscribe. Please like the channel. That allows us to make more videos. Hit the little bell so you guys know when we're posting new videos. I look forward to seeing all you guys on the futsal courts, and I look forward to enjoying all the players playing the game of futsal. Have a great one, everybody.